10 years ago, I made this, which has ultimately evolved into this.
Where's Joker?
Be optimistic, Batman.
I'll kill you!
So let's go back to when I was a fresh-faced student at the brand new Cardiff Vale College in Dumbles Road, where we were tasked with making a music video. This was around the same time that I was getting into comics. In fact, my first ever graphic novel that I had was Death in the Family. Now, I was also a massive fan of the 2010 animated film Batman and the Red Hood, of which you may notice a few similarities.
What looked like it really hurt? What hurts more?
But the song that I was after was Joan Jett's Bad Reputation, a song I think Jason Todd would rock out to himself, but also mainly because of this and this. This was actually the first project that me and my now close friend Shane Simon worked on together, where we did the choreography that was mainly inspired by the works of the Arkham games, and like the shiny new filmmakers that we were, we had absolutely no prep and just showed up, did the choreography, what would seem fun, and filmed it there and then. Something that I would definitely not do now, as I'd like to have a little bit of prep time beforehand, but hey, it was the first time we've done a fight scene. But at least we did a few location recce's beforehand, you know, it was like a series of abandoned buildings, and you know, we created loads of cool memories there as filmmaking and spending a lot of time there, and now it's this. So I managed to get my good friend Greg Lewis to be behind the camera, but this was actually the first time that I was directing and problem solving on the set, and first time that I'd actually had to book out gear, because one of the problems that we had is it was too dark in there, so we needed to book out lights, so that was a first as well. But I bet you're thinking, hey Luke, that was 10 years ago, and you've been making films that entire time? What would you do differently now? Well, I'll tell you for why. First off, I'd make it faster, more intense, to go with the choreography and the music. I'd then establish the goons beforehand, just to give them a little bit more character then. A little bit like the Arkham games.
That place is locked down tighter than my mother on prom night.
Then I'd also add a bit of dialogue, whether it's between Jason and the goons or the goons themselves, just a few quips here and there, who would just help break up the fight and add a little bit of character to them then. But, you know, I'm really proud of this project. Okay, it's very rough around the edges, but it was, you know, one of the first big projects that I'd ever worked on. And it was the first time that I was actually making something that I was passionate about, that I really wanted to make. And okay, yeah, I did have a cool fight scene in. This project has evolved over the years, and it was supposed to be my final project for my undergrad in 2023. But unfortunately, life gets in the way, and it's been in post-production hell for the past 3 years. But as it's been 10 years since the idea was initially conceived, then it does make sense for Boy Wonder to be released Halloween 2026. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, then why not considering subscribing or following and all that jazz? We're going to be making more videos like this, some more documentaries, some more fight scenes, and some more comedy stuff.